What if the healing you've been searching for has been hiding in the weird? Taking the Weird Out of Woo is a new series that's on a mission to normalize non-traditional therapies and explore healing beyond the mainstream, one episode at a time. Each week, we bring together three powerful elements: a skeptic who's open but unsure, an expert who's lived and studied the method, and a real experience that just might change everything. From sound healing to breathwork, energy medicine, and beyond, we're diving into the woo with curiosity, compassion, and a willingness to ask, could this actually help? This isn't just entertainment, it's an invitation to feel, to heal, and to explore what's possible when nothing else has worked. Welcome to Taking the Weird Out of Woo. Let's heal together. Okay, I am sitting in this incredible room I just sense this overwhelming energy of power. I have such powerful women surrounding me today. I have both my beautiful skeptic, Miss Tani Carter here, that is here sharing her time, her talents, and I'm going to be introducing you here in a second. And also you, Miss Errin Andrus, owner of the Sanctuary Holistic Wellness Center, and just so confident, so brilliant. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having us.
So thank you.
You're so welcome.
It's a pleasure and honor, and likewise, such a powerful woman. So thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here.
Oh, I really do love women that can own their power. Like, it just is so refreshing to me to be like a woman who knows she's brilliant, knows that she has some gifts that other people may not possess, know that we can all be unique and different. And that is what I really appreciate about this beautiful room that we are sharing together. It's so refreshing. And I know that myself, I did not always feel this way. I did not always feel this powerful. And I'm going to tell you that I really believe that this parasite cleanse had some incredible dramatic impacts on me to really claim that power, especially over my body, my emotions, my mental health and well-being. And so today we are going to be talking about parasite cleanses, and we're going to talk about poop. Because why wouldn't we? Because poop is fun. Yeah. Like when I was 3 years old, I'm pretty sure 4 or 5, poop was the funniest thing ever to say. So, I'm going to channel my inner 5-year-old today and talk about all the things, right?
Yeah.
And in fact, it's interesting that I'm starting it that way, because the reason why parasite cleanse even crossed my radar was because of poop. Chronic constipation.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, this was a thing for me. Like, I would, especially when I was traveling, like, for whatever reason, my body decides, we're not doing this. Yeah. We don't know where we're at. We don't know what we're doing. We're in a different country. So I think I'll just not move. And it was about 2 years ago. I was in Costa Rica for a month, for 30 days. And 2.5 weeks of those 30 days, nothing.
Wow.
No bowel movement,
Ouch.
Nothing. I'm telling you, it was beyond painful. And I was trying everything: laxatives, fiber pills. Yeah. Like, I almost even went to a doctor down in Costa Rica, but I even did combo.
Wow.
Combo usually is supposed to clean you out.
Right.
Wow.
Nothing this way, nothing that way.
Oh my
Okay?
gosh.
So it was like, I'm not budging. I'm not moving.
Yeah.
So I came home and I was like, I've got to get a colonic. I didn't really, so I'm like asking my friends, where can I get a colonic? Yeah. And that's where Miss Errin Andrus came into my life.
Yeah.
And so I started with that, just a couple of colonics, and she was so beautiful and gracious. And at the time it was a different place, and, same title, same name, but just different location, and really saw some beautiful things with that. Fast forward to last summer, and by that time I had some business partners that had fully embraced the 10-day parasite cleanse. We're like just preaching your name out to everybody, saying, you've got to do this, this will change your life, it will change your life. So I decided I'm going to do this last summer. And I had some incredible benefits. Like I was watching things, and the food itself
Yeah.
was so healing, so beautiful. But it was also just, I noticed how much emotion was coming up, how much mental health and wellness, clarity of mind. There was one night I'll just very, very quickly share. It was one of the brain days, and you're going to get to it. Like we're cleansing different days with different parts.
Yes.
And there was one night that I was starting the one for the brain.
Yeah.
And I was playing a game with some friends, and I could not, it was just basically Mexican train,
Yeah.
where you were using dominoes, and I could not process that the colors applied to numbers.
Yeah.
Like my brain could not process it.
Wow.
I was like, in fact, everybody around the table was like, "Are you okay? Are you all right?" And I was quite honestly very concerned.
Yeah.
And so much was coming out of my eyes. Like it would hurt for me. My eyes hurt. So I saw the power in that one, but for whatever reason, I knew it was time for another one. I had done so much work with myself, my relationships. You had me do it right when the moon was ideal for this.
Yes.
And this time, my body was ready.
Good.
It was ready, okay? And this wasn't that long ago. And I got to experience the brand new Sanctuary Holistic Wellness Center that you just opened. So I got that experience.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you the things that came out of me. You have no idea. I had no idea. And so we're going to talk about all things parasites, all things elimination,
Yes.
and poop.
Yes.
So fun, as Tawny would say, butt stuff.
Butt stuff.
Just more butt stuff.
Just more butt stuff.
All right, so let's go to you, Tawny. Our skeptic, our lovely skeptic. And
Thank you.
what an incredibly, amazingly successful woman. Anything you apply yourself to, damn, it's going to get done. Like, you are this financial mogul right now. Talk about if anybody out there wants to learn about money, about how to invest, about how to make it grow, this woman has got it going on. You know how to do this. And you juggle all the other things. You've got kids, you've got soccer games, you got the whole thing, right? And so I'm just curious, like, what did you think as I mentioned? Because I had heard you over times, even though you're super successful everywhere else, that you had said, you'd mentioned little aches and pains and different things. And I know your age and I know my age. And I was like, she should not be feeling this at this age. Like, she shouldn't.
Yeah.
And so when this came into my awareness, I was like, I would love to gift this to my dear friend, Tawny Carter, because you've brought so much into my life. And so what did you think? I was like, hey, Tawny, what do you think about parasite cleanse?
Really? What did I think?
Well, good. Ignorance is bliss.
Really? What did I think? I was like, are you serious? Well, me? Like, I had so many thoughts. Oh my gosh, I was flooded with, first of all, I was like, no, I don't have time. I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
But a huge whole body hell yeah, because it was like, Tawny, you need to do something like this. And then a big old, no, I don't have time for this. And wait, you want me to do butt stuff on your show? I'm sorry, that's not really my forte.
Not that kind of show. We've said this before in this podcast room, but thank you very much,
Thank
Tawny.
you. Please say it again for that. But yeah, I was like, you're not gonna make me like look at it, are you? Like all these things. These are all the crazy things that like went through my head. And you asked me like, have you done it? I'm like, no. You said why? And I'm like, because I saw everybody looking through their poop, and I'm not doing that. And so that's probably why. And it was a big commitment. It's a lot, and I have a lot going on, as you said. I mean,
You do. Tell us about your life. I want to know about your
my
life.
Gosh, my life. I've got 7 kids. I didn't plan it that way. I'm not crazy, okay? I plan God laughs. So 7 kids. I end up with 7 kids. We have I'm in a financial firm with my husband, and we you know, we're working a lot. We're building and growing all over the U.S. And so it's busy. I work all day. And as she said, when kids get out of school, I'm taking them to all of their things. So I do a lot of meetings and things in the car, and I'm driving around taking the kids to all their various, every single one of them is in sports, if not more than one.
Wow.
And just really busy. I was just, and when you asked me, I was like, well, I have like when we have to do it, it was a scheduled time, and I'm going to this, I'm going to something in Tennessee. I'm going to be traveling for part of it. I'm like, oh, is this something I can do when I'm in workshops all day long and I'm busy, you know? Yeah, it was overwhelming at first, honestly. It was just a big overwhelm, but I wanted to also do that because my friend asked me to. And my body was screaming like, please, anything. Like, literally drink some water. That'd be really nice. Like, we'll take anything at this point. My body's like a dried up prune. Just gonna like, look, anything. Just attention. So that's basically what I was thinking. But honestly, I was like, I don't think I can do this, but I think I have to for some reason. I think
You're welcome,
I was going to say no, and my body started crying. My body betrayed me and cried. No. Yeah, just so many things went through my head. That's what I was thinking.
So really, anybody with any sort of life, there really is not an excuse if you choose yourself. There just isn't. If you really want to do this, you've proven you can even travel. Probably not the ideal. If we could have scheduled this a little different, it might have been okay. But you're going to find
But
out.
we'll see.
And you'll tell us when you're done,
Yeah.
right? That you're going to be traveling.
Yeah.
Right?
I believe, honestly, like, yeah, I could have used the excuse like I normally do for lots of things, like working out and stuff, that I don't have time. But in reality, I mean, I know better than anyone if I want to do something, we'll do it. And if I add it into my schedule, like, make it happen. So hopefully my body also is like down with the schedule and knows like when it can act up and when it can't.
Exactly.
Because it's going to be real hard if it tries to act up when in front of 300 people in Tennessee. So
I'm glad you did so young.
So I'm hoping that it works out.
Yeah. And you know,
I'm going to do my best.
Erin
Yes,
did an
you're gonna do
incredible
great.
job because you were concerned about this before
Yeah.
we scheduled all of this. And so we got Erin on the phone, and Erin was so gracious about, yes, you can do this. Let me tell you how.
So encouraging.
And you just got this softness, this way of allowing someone to believe in themselves, Erin. I love that about you. I love how absolutely grounded you are. And just that I feel incredibly safe around you. I feel incredibly like, I this is something a little more challenging that I would normally do, and I can do it because Errin is showing me the way. And so that leads us to you, Miss Errin Andrus,
Hi.
founder, owner, Sanctuary Holistic Wellness Center. You are helping so many people. I would love to hear about you and your journey to even starting this, because I know there's a story.
Thank you, Wendy. It's an honor and a pleasure to be able to help others move through their bodies' inabilities when they don't know what to do. But that's what happened to me 10 years ago, a little over 10 years ago. My body and the conditions and cycles, I changed, I realigned my whole life, and my body needed to realign as well. And that it brought me into a place of sickness and trying to figure out what was going on. So going to different doctors, getting different diagnoses, and really being so scared to do surgery and to go Western medicine route. And so trying to figure out other ways, researching and finding groups, fasting groups, and how fasting helps the body, and then what foods are helping the body the most. So I just started doing a bunch of research. I found fasting groups. I started fasting. I started doing grape juice cleanses, detoxing, and then figuring out what herbs and regimens to take along with. I remember being so scared to even take herbs, even at the time, like getting a bottle of herbs from the health food store and thinking, I don't think this is right. And then taking it and feeling incredible. And my first enema, I remember it so well. I was, right? And you're so scared, and you're taught that you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Right. I've been conditioned to believe that things go out, not in, as far as in that area of your body. Right. So, so doing my first enema, I remember my husband at the time was like, Errin, are you sure? I'm like, yes, I got to try it at least, and healing so deeply from it. And then the eliminations that came out with it, and the groups of people the small group I had found on Facebook at the time to help support each other. We were all supporting each other. We were posting about it. That was one part. I was with you. I was like, I'm not going through my poop. I'm not going to do that part of that, but I will participate in the other ways. And then I got to a level really seeing what was coming out of me and wanting to understand it. And then researching, okay, the heavy metals that are in our bodies and that are coming from our foods and what they're doing to us as we eat. They're allowing, because it's so heavy, they're allowing the parasites to house. And then they nest, as we know. And so it's a incredible thing to be able to eliminate them and feel good again. You don't know that your body's supposed to feel good. You always have an ache, you always have pain. No, you're supposed to feel heaven on earth inside your body. Heaven is inside, right? And it's supposed to feel that way all of the time. And so when it's not, there's something that needs to be looked at. And
I love that you're saying this, Errin. I want to shout it from the rooftops.
Yes.
That we are meant to age gracefully.
Yes.
We are not, just because of our age or our genetics,
right,
that we're supposed to feel a certain way at a certain age. I do not choose to believe that.
Very good.
I choose to feel fantastic
Yes.
at any age. At any age.
Yes.
And I've seen and witnessed it in so many individuals. I've seen individuals paralyzed that start to walk.
Oh,
Our
yeah.
bodies regenerate if we'll do the thing and we'll think the thoughts that support that, and we move the emotions so they're not stuck in our bodies.
That's
right?
exactly what I did. And then going into meditation, bringing in with the meditation, and you have the physical elements and the connections, and you let go so deep. And the body will heal itself. It will trust its ability and conviction that you have, and it will instantly heal. So you connect to God, you connect to the infinite, and you allow it all in, and realize that your body is okay to regenerate. And I believe our bodies are meant to live hundreds of years, but because of the processes of reality today, we don't. And so I believe that through cleansing, diet, and detox, we're able to regenerate a lot longer and feel really good.
How does that feel, Tani? Does that feel empowering? Like, you're listening to this, and I want you to share with us what your thoughts are at this moment.
Yeah.
And talk to us about what the messages are right now. Before you go into this, what are the messages that you're hearing, and what are the things that are maybe problematic, challenges, things that you're like,
What's honestly coming up as you're saying this is I agree so much with everything you're saying, and I believe in that. I believe in the power of the body. I believe that we're not supposed to age and our body fall apart. I really don't. I believe that. And I love doing the things, from like eating healthy and doing these different things. I've felt the difference from that, and working out and doing things like that. I think what's really coming through to me too is like the one thing I haven't done is gone up it. Okay. So it's hilarious because I've never had an issue talking about things. I don't have a comfort zone. I don't have things like that. I don't have, I'll talk about sex, money, whatever, that's been my forte. And I didn't get uncomfortable until you asked me to do something that was going through my fecal matter, something involving that. And what that kind of brings up to me is while you're talking about this, because I'm sitting here going, I don't know. And then you're talking about that. I'm like, 100% I believe it. And 100% I believe all of that. And I need more of it. And if there was some kind of resistance there, because I didn't want to talk about something, or I didn't want to look at it, for sure don't want to look at it. But there's obviously something there that needs to be shifted.
Yeah. So you're basically saying
that
you don't want to look at your shit.
I tell people all day long to look at their shit.
I'll go through it for
But
Don't worry.
if you'll do it, then okay, I'm in. Promise.
I'll find your worms.
Okay, you do it.
Yeah.
And you just give me a high five and tell me good job.
Yes. Yeah. And you'll keep going.
I will too, Donnie.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes.
And it's weird because I get introspective about it. I'm like, why am I so weird about that?
You'll get used to it as you go round 2, round 3, round 4, and eventually, like Wendy, you'll be in with forks and a paper plate. Like,
Ooh,
look at this.
Well, okay.
Promise I won't,
No,
but-
I'm not that extreme yet. Okay, I'm not there
Get it
yet,
with a
Errin.
fork.
But I did
From
have
your
one of
kitchen.
those
No
metal.
plastic forks,
So
you
when
can throw them away.
So I have I have those metal kebab
Yeah.
skewers that are about this long, and it has a little thing, and then I go in
Yes.
and go like this. It's actually kind of cool. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at that! Holy cow! I've even taken pictures and sent them to my husband.
I get pictures all day long from people. Errin, look. And I'm like, yeah.
Oh.
Is that
You
part
did
of it?
so
Like,
good.
do I have to start getting poop pics from people? Because that's something that I'm not.
Once your life is completely changed from this, you're going to tell everybody, and they're going to be like, look what I got out, Tawny. And you're going to be like, yeah.
You can look forward to that
Oh,
day.
for the love.
And it's, it's not poop pictures. It's usually pictures of worms.
Unsolicited poop pics are really gonna bum me out. No pun intended. But
I get them all day, you guys.
Ooh, okay, I'll give them your number.
Okay.
Give everybody your number and you can get that. Because I don't know that that's gonna be a thing, me picking through and doing that. But maybe.
Yeah.
There's my skepticism, you guys. Okay, I'm very, very skeptical about the fact
Yes.
that I'm gonna be. I do think this is gonna be good. I'm excited to. I don't know. I'm excited to kind of just do something more for my body.
Good.
I would like to find out before we have the final discussion as to what the imbalances are right now in your body, because I think if you look at them right now, then you can be very aware of how this ebbs and changes and flows. And it might not, so we'll start with physical, and then maybe you could go into more of a holistic approach and relational, emotional. So,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Yeah, so physically, as I said, my body's crying for help for sure because especially with how busy I've been, I don't feed myself regularly or enough, or when I do, I'm like binging because I haven't eaten all day, or I don't have any, I just don't have great habits as far as that. As far as going to the bathroom, I can go a couple days sometimes and I don't, and it doesn't hurt. I don't even pay enough attention.
Wow, yeah.
And I don't know. I'm tired, but I struggle to sleep.
Okay.
I can't sleep. My mind reels. I've been getting pretty bad brain fog lately. When I am super busy and I'm working a lot, I have the hardest time just concentrating. I'll be in my meetings and I'm trying to focus and then I find myself getting really frustrated and really impatient with my family and my kids and my million kids. And
brain day and liver day is going to be huge for you. Huge. Yeah, especially if you're overthinking and then frustration. So,
yeah.
And brain is on day 5 and 6, and then it moves right into the liver days on day 7. And the liver center is the anger center of the body. And so when we eliminate and release the liver, it feels, I mean, for me, I get on this high, life feels good. I can do life. Everything is strong. And when you clean out the liver, it's magic.
Liver day was magical for me.
Yeah.
I am telling you. So 6, you prep for it. 7 is actually liver day. I actually named some of my stones because I knew exactly who they were. And not on their part. The part was me holding on to anger, holding on to bitterness, holding on to resentment.
And the hardness.
And there were some very large ones, big ones. And then the whole basin was full. And then even later that day, I was invited by my I think you call them light workers, that was helping me. Trish, she's so beautiful.
Yeah.
She invited me to have another enema and 2 more completely filled of stones. Stones and stones and stones, which means that I've had my fair share of resentment and anger and all the things. So that feels really good to be out.
Yes.
So good to feel. I mean, literally, I'm like, wow, I was carrying a lot around so much.
They say everyone has anywhere from 500 to 1,000 stones usually.
Wow,
See,
I'm sure. I'm
A
sure
good liver
500. I'm
flush,
sure
we
500
get
came
that.
out. I'm sure.
And you named them. That's
I did. I
You
named
named-
one was Dan, my husband. I knew
Her
that
people.
was the biggest. In fact, I think there was probably at least 50 of those, maybe more,
Yeah,
that were just, I could see his face on the stone. No, I'm kidding.
yeah. Like that looks like Dan.
Hey, baby, look, there you
I
are.
love it.
And then, some of my business partners, because we've shared spaces where frustration
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily them, it was just a situation. But because we're human, sometimes we express and we label, it's that person.
It's so interesting
right?
how we all need someone to project our anger on.
Oh, I know.
All the time.
I
There's
know.
always
I know. It's not
something in
me. It could be
someone
me.
that we're frustrated at,
Yeah.
right?
And our body's like, haha, it is you.
Right.
So, and holds on to that.
Yeah.
So, as far as this cleanse, I really want to talk a little bit about parasites.
Yeah.
Because I was told by a local doctor that they have intelligence, which
Yeah.
is really creepy. So, meaning that this intelligence is inside of me.
Right.
So, are my thoughts mine?
Yeah.
Are my thoughts, and maybe not thoughts, maybe emotions? Maybe, so I'm
what's really
fascinated. I really want to
yours?
know. I really want to know
Yeah.
because I feel so much cleaner.
Yeah, they do hack your neural pathways. They can create their own neural pathways. They can create new neural pathways. They can poop and pee in the lymphatic system that create headaches to get you to eat certain foods, the cravings.
So caffeine
Oh, yeah.
was that. Oh, those
yeah.
little, I don't drink caffeine anymore.
Well, and sugar. The biggest
Oh,
one is sugar. They
yeah.
want sugar, right?
Yeah, they do like
They
sugar.
reproduce so quickly in sugar. So, once you start eating basically anything, and then add a little sugar to it, they're going to have a heyday, really, really have a party inside your body. So there's 3 different types. There's helminths, those are your worms. Then there's protozoas, and then you have your ecto. The protozoas are more of the single cell that transfer through tissues. Like, I'm trying to explain that. And then you have your ecto, which are outside on your skin and things like that. So the worms, the big worms that I see come out of people and that I've eliminated, they're clean, they're white, they're clear, they're taking the good nutrients and they're eating you alive essentially. So eliminating them, because depending on the trauma you've had in your life, this is the condition and cycle they're attached to as well. So you have conditions and cycles and you're attached and addicted to certain things. So are they, right? And they're keeping it the same. And so you keep it the same. And so the cycle continues and they grow. So, if you're getting out of a 4-foot worm, it's been in there since childhood.
Right.
Right. And a mama like that, she can lay tons of babies, tons of eggs. Our bodies are so resilient and fleshing every single day. That's what the lymphatic system is meant and made for, to flush out parasitic waste specifically. But the lymph system doesn't move itself, right? We have to do vibration. We have to move, and we have to bring awareness into cleaning our body and not feeding it certain foods so that the mamas can't reproduce, and then that we can starve them, eliminate them, and we can keep going, because no matter what, we're all going to continue to eat, right?
For sure.
We'll continue to get parasites.
Yeah.
So if we can eliminate the old ones that are keeping us in a condition, we can start new cycles, new conditions, and keep going.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's fascinating to me because I want to go there right now.
Yeah.
So many people are on this personal development.
Yes.
I want to increase. I want to make more money. I want to
Yes.
have
Mhm.
better sex. I
Yes.
want to have better relationships.
Yes.
I am choosing to have more positivity and joy.
Yeah.
And so you're reaching for that, and you've got these little boogers
Yeah.
inside of you saying, "No, you're not changing.
Absolutely.
You're not changing."
Yep.
So it's quite possible that one of your freaking glass ceilings in life is the things living inside of you.
Exactly. And you want to break through the glass ceiling, you have to
Are
clean
you
out your
kidding?
body so you can realign your life. It's been so amazing to see people completely transform, change, realign, or get the thing they needed after they eliminated what was stuck inside them physically.
Because you can't receive until
Yeah.
you release.
Right? Because on a cellular level, we're connected to everything.
Mm.
Right? And we're infinite beings and we're connected to God in all things. So why do you think, your liver is not, or the cells in your body aren't, or that is the conduction, and that is the thing that's going to bring you the connection to life, is the kingdom is within. The vessel is you. The consciousness is housed within. So if you can clear and clean out the old cycles, conditions, parasites, bacteria, and waste from a lifetime of over-processed food and under-processed emotion, you're going to really be able to regenerate yourself and feel ways you have never felt and receive money, blessings, people, connections, things in your life that you didn't know were possible because the cells are clean now, clear, and really aligned to what you know you need.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So good. Yeah. What
That's
do you
so
think,
good.
girl? Yeah.
I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm
good.
excited. I'm excited. I told you there's the one.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit that I'm a little bit nervous about, but I'm excited. I really want to see, because like you said, I've done cleanses before, or I've done just with the things that I eat, or fasting, or things like that. But I've never examined anything, or
It's going to be a good time.
never.
You've never gone to a party like this before, Tani.
I have never had a party like this, Erin.
Parasite party.
But I will tell you, when you were talking about Erin's voice and her demeanor, I was sitting there going, I don't know if I need to tell Wendy. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do it, whatever. When we got on the phone, your voice is incredible.
Thank
and I
you.
could feel, I was like, okay, anything for you, Erin.
Me
Okay,
too.
if Erin will
Me
be there, if Erin will do it.
Yeah.
Erin's voice.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Well, what's really cool
should charge
too
for that.
is
Okay.
well, she does, because she
She's
has
talking
these
to people.
meditations that she has. And
That's
so you're
okay.
going to be able to listen to these meditations
Yeah.
while you're doing the cleanse, and you get Erin in your ear every day, ruminating you
guys
Promise?
and breathing with you.
Okay, I'm in.
And I'm like,
Okay,
oh,
yeah.
Erin,
All right, I'll do it.
I want you to be Jiminy Cricket on my shoulder from here on out. Thank you very much.
Oh, I
So-
love you guys. I'll keep you around forever. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, the meditations help so much. And I'm so glad that you put your trust in me, in Wendy, in yourself, and your body's ability to let go. I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
I'm so excited. I think just right before we break,
Yeah.
so you can go on your trip, so you can start this.
Yeah.
What can she expect? What is she going to be doing?
Okay. So every single day on the parasite cleanse, we're trying to get all the way over in the right hip appendix area. So every single day is a focus on a different organ, a different mantra, a different connection, and really asking you to go inward at seeing how you feel, how the body is feeling, and what memories are coming up, what emotions are coming up for you. And then you're going to be taking the regimens every day. You'll take the binder, the tea, the tincture. You'll take your power shake, your aminos. You'll do the PDF guide. It's a beautiful 70-page, 65, 70-page how-to, step by step. And you'll get to go through that to really prep yourself. And then you will change your diet. The diet is organic fruit only, and then we have soups. You want to make sure to be eating organic fruit to really remineralize, rehydrate, and
I want to interject something about this because I learned the hard way.
Yeah.
I was feeling very dehydrated on a
Yeah.
couple of days, and I was drinking lots of water. And Trish said, "How much fruit are you eating?" And I was like, well, I told her, and she goes, "You are not eating close to as much as you should be.
Yes.
Like, you need fruit.
Yes.
You need to rehydrate yourself. It's not coming from your water because you have distilled water.
Right.
You need it from your fruit." And I was like, oh.
So we're getting our vitamins and minerals in our fruit, right? Because the minerals that are in water that they add into the water, they're inorganic minerals. Our body have a really hard time breaking down. But the minerals we want are in the soil that is grown from, and the earth. The only thing that is cooking the fruit is the sun. We don't want any cooked foods because cooked foods are hard for the body to digest and process. It's not its structure anymore. We're changing the structure, and our body actually has to pull essential nutrients in order to digest cooked foods. So it's really essential to be eating the organic fruit so that you can really rehydrate and remineralize the body. It's all about remineralization, and all of the minerals that you need are going to be found in your fruit. And so just speaking of Costa Rica, I was just in Costa Rica. I do not drink any of the water there. I will not drink bottled water there. I will drink and eat fruit. I had 5 gallons of organic OJ and fruit the entire time. I didn't have any water, and I didn't get sunburn. I didn't get dehydrated. I didn't get, right?
I would have never guessed you could do that.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to drink
So-
the water unless I know it's clean.
Yeah.
And I don't trust any of the water unless I know it's coming from me. And so I'll eat the fruit though. I trust the sun, and I trust the soil, and I trust the organic nature of the minerals because fruit's just 90% water, and you have your minerals in it. So that's an important part of the detox, so that you really feel hydrated. We hydrate from the inside out, and water is to flush. That's why I distill water, so we can flush out everything, and we eat the fruit to remineralize. And it's magic what the body will do with that. And if you can't do the fruit anymore, if you're like, I can't do this, I need some savory, I need something kind of hot and warm and cooked, you've got the soups. The soup recipes are amazing. And what I love to do with the soups recipes is I love to blend everything in the Vitamix if you have a really good blender, because then you're not really even cooking it down. You're just heating it up enough to blend into a soup and to warm it. And so it's even that much more healthier, more nutrient dense, and more remineralization for your body, right? Okay. Yes. I'm so excited for you.
I'm excited too. That's so interesting about them instead of water, you have fruit. And
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never thought of that.
Yeah, I'm so glad we brought that up.
Yeah.
And also, I love that you brought up Costa Rica, because so many individuals think the only way to get parasites is to visit another country. Like, I mean,
you go order a hamburger, or you go order some pork, or you eat some raw sushi anywhere, you're going to get parasites.
Mhm.
So,
Well, and then, of course, all of the heavy metals and things like that.
like
Like,
metals are there in every other food that
You
we
just
eat.
named all my favorite things. What else can I do?
So we're going to eliminate, and so you can continue to eat, right? And all of the favorite things that you want. But you know what's interesting is after you eliminate the parasites that were craving that, you're like, oh, I didn't crave that. That wasn't me.
that is truth.
Yeah.
Because I have a different set of
Cravings now.
cravings
Yes.
now. I really do want the fruit.
Yes.
It's very, very common for me to just grab a banana or grab an apple or a big bowl of fruit,
Yes.
or, with some coconut yogurt. And like, that is delicious to me. And even your soups I still make
Good,
because they're that good.
right?
They're that good. And I love potatoes. You can still have
Yes.
potatoes.
Yeah.
You can still have sweet
good.
potatoes.
Yeah.
So it's not like you don't have any starches at
Okay.
all, but you're pureeing it, so
Yeah.
your digestive system doesn't necessarily have to
Yeah.
work.
And just know, for anyone that's really wanting to take it to the next level, if you do fast and you do eliminate foods, that's going to start the bacteria, parasites, and everything quicker.
Mm-hmm.
So the more you're able to really be like, I'm not craving that, and I'm okay, and just keep observing.
Next time.
But then you just don't want to get into any binge energy, right?
Yeah.
That's what you want to be careful of.
So no Oreo cookies, no Girl Scout, Thin Mints or anything like that.
Oh gosh, no! Don't let the parasites
Oh.
back
For me, it
in.
doesn't matter. Like, I
And-
want a burger. I don't want
Burger.
steak.
When you're done too, ease into eating again. I did find that my digestive system was so happy. So happy. And then when I was reintroducing foods again, it was like, please be gentle.
Yes.
Please be gentle. And so that is something that I can also invite you to consider, because it was a thing for me.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah. You have new gut microbiome, new flora, everything's ready to really thrive. You can take one bite of ice cream or hamburgers and wipe all that out. So, just again, just slowly introducing yourself and seeing, does my body really want this? Asking body. And if it starts turning and being like, ugh, that's a no. If you get hungry from it and you're like, yeah. Right. Yes. So
beautiful. All right.
thank you. I'm so excited. for
This
you.
is going to be an incredible journey. We're going to follow you along, and we'll see you on day 6 when you get back. And I know that you're going to do incredible, and we're going to find out what actually happens when you're all done.
It'll be so good. Day 6. we're gonna
Yay,
leave.
new woman.
All right.
Let's do this.
I can't wait.
All right.
Back with a tan.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Okay. So I have to tell you about a really cool thing that you may not know about. It is called Yin on Fire, and it's a healing arts festival down in southern Utah, right next to Zion National Park. Let me tell you why this is so cool. All of these episodes are showcasing a non-traditional therapy or a non-traditional way of healing. What if you could actually go to a 4-day, 3-night event and have like this buffet of offerings that you could try out all sorts of different non-traditional therapies, go learn from experts, and be surrounded by an incredible community. And then at night, have incredible shows where you dance the night away. That's what Yin on Fire is all about, and you should go check it out.